You want to stop working someday, not because you hate your job, but because your knees hurt, or your back does, or you're just tired. You imagine 65 being calmer, slower mornings, coffee that is not rushed. Then you are 59, no savings, no pension, and the word retirement feels like a joke someone else gets to tell. This is not a pity party. This is a public service announcement from a guy who did a lot of normal things and got very normal results. If you are my age, this is for you. If you are 35 or 45, this is especially for you. Here is where I actually went wrong and what I should have done instead. The $20 habit. We're going to use one running example the whole way through. The $20 convenience habit. Takeout, random Amazon purchases, extra streaming service, upgraded phone plan, just $20 here and there because that's how it happened. Not with a Lamborghini, with convenience. Okay? Time. When I was 30, retirement was abstract. It was like flossing. You know you should care, but future, you can deal with it. Here is what I didn't understand. Time is the main ingredient, not genius investing, not stock picking. Time, money invested. Early has decades to grow. Money invested late has you sweating. I told myself, I'll get serious in my 40s. My 40s showed up fast, and they were busy. Kids, mortgage, promotions, stress. Time didn't slow down because I wasn't ready. That's mistake number one. Compounding compound growth just means your money grows, and then the growth grows. Historically, broad stock markets have trended upward over long periods, despite recessions and crashes along the way. Not every year, but over decades. That's the key word, decades. If you start early, even modest monthly investing can snowball. If you start at 50, you need much larger contributions to catch up. I assumed I could make more later and fix it. Later came. Fixing it is harder than I imagined. Okay, next. Lifestyle creep. Every raise felt like relief. Finally, breathing room. So I upgraded. Better car lease, bigger TV, nicer vacations, more $20 conveniences. This is lifestyle inflation. When income goes up, spending rises to match it. Instead of increasing my investments with every raise, I increased my standard of living. So my expenses grew, but my assets did not grow at the same pace. That is how you make good money and still end up unprepared. The $20 habit multiplied quietly. 3 times a week, every week, for years. That is not evil. It is just math. Moving on. Assets versus stuff. I did not understand this clearly enough. Assets tend to put money in your pocket over time. Liabilities take money out. Your car loses value. Your financed furniture loses value. Broad index funds have historically grown over long periods. Rental property can generate income if managed well. I bought things that made life comfortable. Comfort is not wrong. But I bought comfort before I bought security. I should have reversed that order. Security first, then lifestyle. Okay? Employer match. This one still hurts. Many companies offer retirement plans with matching contributions. If you put in a percentage, they match part of it. That's part of your compensation. When I skipped contributing because money was tight, I was leaving compensation on the table. I told myself I needed the cash more. In reality, I wanted flexibility. The match would have compounded for decades. Instead, I upgraded cable. Again, $20 habits. Next, debt. I wasn't reckless, but I carried credit card balances longer than I should have. I upgraded cars too often, and I stretched loans out to lower monthly payments. Here is the problem. High-interest debt compounds too, and it does not work in your favor. It is extremely hard to build long-term wealth while paying significant interest on consumer debt. Every dollar going to interest is a dollar not investing for future you. Debt kept me running in place, busy, earning, but not progressing. Okay, no emergency fund. This is huge. Without emergency savings, every unexpected expense becomes a setback. Car repair, credit card, medical bill, payment plan, job layoff, panic. A basic emergency fund, typically 3 to 6 months of essential expenses, gives you breathing room. I never fully built one early. So every crisis wiped out momentum. Instead of investing consistently, I kept restarting. And retirement planning hates restarts. Next, avoidance. Let's be honest. I avoided looking at the real numbers. I did not calculate how much I would need. I did not estimate retirement expenses. I did not track my net worth annually. Because seeing a small number hurts, but ignoring it hurts more later. Avoidance feels calm in the short term. It is chaos in the long term. I knew my car's horsepower. I did not know my savings rate. That is not stupidity. It is misplaced attention. But the outcome is the same. Inflation. I also underestimated inflation. Over time, prices generally rise. That means your money buys less. Even moderate inflation reduces purchasing power over decades. So if you delay saving, not only do you have less time to grow money, you need more money. That $20 of convenience today might be $30 down the road. And retirement expenses do not freeze in time. Healthcare, food, utilities, they move. I did not factor that in. Big mistake. Relying on the safety net. I assumed government pensions would cover a lot. Reality check. In many countries, state pensions replace only part of your pre-retirement income. They're designed as a base layer, not a full lifestyle. If you want to maintain your standard of living, you usually need personal savings and investments on top. I didn't build that second layer. I relied too much on the first. And now the gap is obvious. Next, no automation. I saved what was left over. You know how much is left over? Almost nothing. Automation is simple. Money automatically moves into retirement or investment accounts before you see it. That removes emotion and excuses. If I had set up automatic contributions early and increased them with each raise, I would not have needed discipline. I would have needed patience. Instead, I relied on willpower. Willpower gets tired. Systems do not. Busy isn't wealthy. I worked hard. Over time, side projects, career moves. But income is not wealth. Wealth is what you own and what grows. You can earn well and still build very little if spending keeps pace. I thought working harder would solve it. But without a structure for saving and investing, higher income just funded higher expenses. The $20 habit scaled with me. That's the trap. What I should have done. Here's the boring, powerful list. Started investing early, even small amounts. Maximized employer retirement matches. Automated contributions immediately. Increased contributions with every raise. Built and protected an emergency fund. Avoided carrying high-interest consumer debt. Invested primarily in diversified, low-cost index funds. Tracked net worth once a year. None of that is flashy. It does not make you look rich at 40, but it makes you stable at 60. To my generation, if you are 55, 58, 60, you are not alone. A lot of us focused on providing, surviving, raising families. Retirement felt distant. Some of us did not have great financial education. Some of us made avoidable mistakes. The point is not shame. It is clarity. You can still improve your position, cut recurring expenses, delay unnecessary upgrades, increase your savings rate now. Consider working a few extra years strategically if your health allows. Late action is not ideal, but it is better than surrender. To the younger guys, if you're 30 or 40 watching this, learn from us. Start small. Automate. Ignore the urge to upgrade every time income rises. Invest consistently. Respect compounding. Your biggest advantage isn't intelligence. It's time. And once time is gone, you don't negotiate it back. Rapid recap. Time matters more than brilliance. Compound growth needs decades. Lifestyle creep is silent. Assets beat stuff. Employer matches are part of your pay. High-interest debt blocks progress. Emergency funds prevent resets. Inflation raises the bar. Automation beats motivation. Income alone is not wealth. Avoidance is expensive. Patterns decide outcomes. So what? At 59, with no savings and no pension, I can't rewrite my 30s. But I can talk about them. If you're my age, don't shut this off and say too late. Run the numbers, make a plan, start now. If you're younger, try one $20 habit this week. Invest it instead. Repeat for 20 years. Future, you will barely remember the sacrifice. But he will feel the freedom, like the video. Subscribe, and maybe tonight, skip the convenience. Your older self is counting on you.